Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's been a bit more than a year since my last update and a lot of things have changed in the game room, so I wanted to make a small update video in order to document that. So let's get right into it and start with the changes in terms of consoles since the last time. So first of all, I now have here a PC Engine Duo R, also known in the US as the Turbo Duo, TurboGrafx 16, which has the disk drive and also the HuCard reader. So this console in particular has been RGB modded and also region modded. The CDs are region free, but a switch was added in order to play the American or Japanese games. Next, I have this Xbox 360 here that was changed. The last model I had was the first one I got when we were kids, and it was a white model, which are known to be red ringing. This one is a slim revision, so it's less prone to that. And also the major reason why I changed is because the disk drive was having a lot of issues reading the games. So this future-proofs the setup, and I can now play my 360 games without fearing the console dying any moment. By the way, while I'm speaking about this, I noticed I've had multiple 360s and PS3s, and of like the 8 Xbox 360s I've had, none of them ever red ringed, though half of them had faulty disk drives. And out of the 6 PS3 FATs I've had, 4 of them yellow lighted. So I'm not sure if the red ring was really the worst offender in that generation. Next, one that was greatly overdue is this PS5. I got the original version used because when I got it, the Slim was the most recent version, and I don't like the fact that you have to authenticate it through the internet for the disk drive to work. So I got an original version, and it was also cheaper. So I mostly got it to play Super Mario Galaxy 3, also known as Astro's Playroom. No, Astrobot, sorry. Next, well, we can't see it, but it's behind there, and it's technically a console. It's a Chromecast Ultra, also known as the Google Stadia console. I didn't get it for Stadia, of course, because that's dead. It's been dead for a while. But I did get it to be able to stream media to the TV and Netflix and cast things through my phone, things like that. And yeah, so that's useful because I don't want to connect the TV to the internet to keep it from updating and from having ads and things like that. So that's the new consoles I have. But the most significant thing that has changed in the game room is not physical, it's more in the ways that I use it. And since last year, basically none of the retro consoles that are here have really been used because I actually play them elsewhere. In my other room, which I am going to show you now. So here is where I do most of my retro gaming these days. After getting this big CRT, I realized that I prefer the look of retro games on this TV, and so I moved most of my doubles in this room in terms of retro consoles. Also, my main Wii and my PS1 that's modded to be able to play any region disc is now in this room. So that's because I play most of my retro games here. I also increased the number of consoles that are here now. So instead of just SNES, GameCube, Wii, and Japanese PS2, I now also have an N64 and a PS1, as well as a Blu-ray drive and a VCR to be able to watch old movies. So yeah, that's what's happening with this room. Alright, so the retro consoles that are stationed here, for which I don't have any doubles in the other room, aren't used very much anymore, except for one very particular reason. Tate mode shooters. Since the CRT in the other room is covering basically all main needs for retro gaming, the only times I found myself using this PVM was when I wanted to play Tate mode shooters like Layer Section and Ikaruga. So I decided to save myself the trouble and put the TV like this as the standard configuration. So after saying this, the only remaining thing I have to say about CRTs is in the other room. One thing I didn't mention the last time we were in this room is this secondary switch dock that I've now got here. It's linked to an Extron downscaler here that downscales HD content to 480i, and that makes it so I can plug my Switch here and play some, well, any game, but I like to play retro style games here, like Animal Well, for example. I feel that it gives the game a bit of extra charm versus playing it on a recent TV. And I would like to be able to put it in 240p, but this downscaler doesn't do it, and the ones that do are a lot rarer and more expensive. But also 480i gives more resolution, twice as much. So for recent games like that have small text like this, it's good to have the extra resolution, and it still looks good. So that's why I chose that. So for this next section of the video, let's go over the changes that happened in the libraries. So first of all, let's go to the boxes. I now have a second Super Nintendo in box and an SNES Classic, also a PS3 Fat, and Game Boy Advance. Next, the most significant change in these libraries is just the sheer amount of games. Because if you compare side by side photo of last year compared to now, you don't see much of a difference unless you get up close and you realize that there are now 2 layers of games. So how I did this is I put in the front layer all the games that I actually care about, and in the back layer all the games that I have no intention of ever beating. So the most affected consoles by this are like the PS2, which is double stacked up to here, the Xbox 360, which all of that and this, the PS3, and the original Xbox. Oh, no, I forgot the 2 most important ones, which are the DS and the Wii. Speaking of extras and games I don't really need, the backup consoles. As you can see, I have quite a bit more than last time. And you might be wondering, why would anyone spend so much money getting extra consoles that they will never use and games they don't intend to play? And the answer to that is very simple. It's that I got them for free. A family member that works at a recycling plant got them for me. Unfortunately, he just switched jobs, so I won't be getting any more of those. One other thing that was added in the library is a new console. I now have a Sega Game Gear, and these are the games I have for it. I'll eventually need to get some custom game cases to be able to display them properly, but for now, these would pretty much all be second layer games, and the only one I actually care about is in the console, and it's Shinobi 2. Alright, you might have noticed while I was going over the library that a lot of games have these green dots over them, and that's something I decided to do to have a visual representation of all the games that I've passed. So every time I beat a game, I put a little green dot on it. So it's easy to see that, let's say, PS2, I haven't played it nearly as much as, let's say, something like the Switch. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the library. Now, the next part is something that I said I would be doing, or would be my next objective in the game room in the last video. And I finally did it. And that is the controller wall. So yeah. I tried to prioritize getting at least one controller per console on it. And then once that was done, getting some variations. So for example, the Wii, I had the Wiimote, the Nunchuck, the Classic, and the Pro. And how the controllers are hung up, it's with 3D printed hooks like that. 2 per controller, and they're on a IKEA pegboard. So I really like the result it gives. And now for the last section of the video, other additions. So, for example, I have this. It's a vinyl Mario Maker thing that was in the GameStop back when the game was about to come out in 2015. I asked the cashier if he could get a hold of me when they were about to switch the displays, and he actually did. So I went and got it, and now I can hang it in the room. Final addition is this Walmart Mario and Luigi Brothers ship display. When I was on a trip in Florida, I went to Walmart and I saw this empty display and asked the cashier if I could just leave with it, and he said yes. So now I use it to put some of my Switch games. So for example, my only 2 sealed Switch games, which are Mario 3D All-Stars and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the booster pass complete, and The Messenger and Sea of Stars, which are signed by the devs. So this is pretty much it for this game room update. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!